Okay, so I've just picked up Project Negroni from Destination Bike, and I'm hoping the sun comes out to do a walk around, because a walk around with the sun is kind of nice, and there is a special place. Hopefully I want to show you guys. Okay, so this is not, I was kind of wanting this a bit sunnier than this, but there we go, it's life. We're going to do a quick walk around of Project Negroni as it is at the moment. So I have the SRAM red that I had on my S-Works tarmac on there. I have just put some lovely Twintec, they're sort of hybrid brakes on, which should be quite good. What's that? Yeah, I saw them on the Rondo routes with some lovely cobwebs in there, because this bike has been stood still really for a long time. And if you see another video that's coming out, it's in the edit at the moment, so it may come out after this or before this, but you'll know that I've changed the cranks on this one. The Espoir sports tyres and whatever came with it, we may be using that, we may not be using that, I don't know. Life sometimes, you know, is a bit unpredictable. But if we come around the front here, we can see that I have put the lovely just the Gaia bars on, which I had from a while ago. You got that lovely 3T stem. I've put the old bar tape on. When I say I all the time, Destination Bike obviously did this for me. Andy there, who does a great job. I've left he's managed to put the you can't see it in this light probably, but the chameleon bar tape on. It's kind of looking good. I still haven't decided what tyres. Probably some SK gravels are going on there, but I may put the G all rounds and put something else on the other one. But the important thing is that we're testing them all with the different wheels and tyres. But if we come around here, we can see the Garbaruk cassette. Its force, obviously, the SRAM red won't really make it too much. I had to put a new, so I gave this to the guys with the setup that was on the tarmac, but obviously the chainstay of the tarmac is a lot shorter, so the 46 that was on the front was only temporary anyway, but he just couldn't make it work, because obviously the tarmac I think has a 405 chainstay and this has a 425. So an absolute black has gone on there, chainring oval, and that will be staying there for a while. Obviously on the other crank, well, we'll see, but there's never not going to be a use for a 40T crank. The things that need sort of changing, obviously I need to cut the steer tube. You see the lovely Aerogaia, it's quite nice, but I'm not really happy with this. Some people said they just put helicopter tape over it, but it's not the greatest solution in the world. I did have an idea for this. Obviously you can angle grade it off, but that's not going to happen, because some people will still want it. But I've got an idea to make it a little more sort of suitable. I think there's a I've got a 0.25 to go on there, a 0.25 carbon post. May as well match the carbon bars. But yeah, I think we'll try and pretend there was some lovely sunlight and spruce this video up a bit. But it's a nice looking bike. I think the Dura Ace, it may get some Dura Ace rotors, because I just really like them, and the black will really go quite well. Yes, I am a bike tart. Obviously those reflectors are coming off big time. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to getting the power meter on this and getting some times in and getting it tested. As you can see, there are no pedals on it. I did bring some pedals, but it's really damp here and it's late. I've got a shed load of work to do, and yeah, so I need to sort of run it in. So yeah, I'll just try and get you a few more details. I do like, I've got some vinyl wrap in this colour, so I might wrap off the fork, but I've realised it probably just needs blacking the fork, and I'll use the vinyl wrap to get rid of the black of the diverge. Who knows, may or may not. It's kind of, I do like Candy Red, the new Allez Sprint. It's taking me a lot of my willpower to not buy, because it just looks amazing in this. And tell me what you think. I kind of like the chameleon with this. I'm loving the red, having the SRAM red, and I'm going to be loving what people say about the group set that's going, the chain set that's going on. God, I can't speak. It's been a long week. Yeah, that is a very nice bike with a very nice Defender in the background, obviously. I've got some new rings to go in there. I don't know if you can see that cover, as you'll see from another video, on the GRX and the power choices. I've got the new seals and stuff to go in there. It is a bit messy, and I think that crank is better suited to the Shiv. It's more of a road-based crank, obviously, as you know, than a gravel crank. It's one of their early road ones. So yeah, the changes are going to be very minimal, really. I mean, obviously you know about the crank. I'm going to get a carbon seat post, but I'm going to switch between carbon and non-carbon as part of the sort of, is it worth it? And obviously the wheels, it's going to be, this bike's going to be tested obviously with the really nice wheels and then with some intermediate wheels. And so yeah, it's going to be quite interesting. So let's wrap this one up. I'm really excited about these brakes. I'm really hoping they live up. I mean, I can't believe that they'd go on the Rondo routes if they weren't good. Obviously they can't be worse than cable brakes, but you know, are they close to? They can't be worse than, I mean, cable brakes with mountain bike levers I've always found to be pretty good. It's just with road levers, you know, the pull ratio and the design and the travel that they've got to go, especially with internal cables now, is not great. But I'd be, I mean, obviously there's huge amounts of stopping power on today's hydro brakes, more than you can possibly lock up with the thin tyres. I mean, even with the fattest gravel tyres, you're never going to max out. Look at that lovely bar. But yeah. So I've got some very wet feet now from this dewy grass, and it's a shame the drone police won't let me go and show you how beautiful this is. But I can't actually walk any further from here because I don't have a dog, and I would stand out. There's clearly not from around here. There is literally nobody without a dog. Yeah, let's get back. And this is Headley Heath. So I hope you enjoyed this. You've seen me with my last COVID haircut, hopefully. I'm going to get, before the restrictions come in and lock me out again, I'm going to get one today or tomorrow. But yeah, this is a really nice place. It's where you come back. So I come park along that road from most of my rides from Box Hill, and through there used to be a place where they used to have these massive cows. They had two lots of cows. They had some Herefords, but they had some of them which were, I mean, these Highland cows, I think they are, the ones that look like, I mean, the first time I saw one of the bulls, I thought it was a giant rusty water tank. I mean, it was huge. And it's, and yeah, but they don't have them at the moment. But it is an absolutely stunning place. I used to come here mountain biking a long time ago. We used to end up about here. And there we have one of two of British cars' icons, a Defender and a Mini. It's even got a Union Jack roof. And then we have one of Germany's biggest mistakes, one of Stuttgart's biggest mistakes, Now obviously financially it was a great thing, but I just can't deal with Cayennes. They're just, I mean, honestly, seriously, get yourself a 911 and have a proper sports car, or buy yourself a proper four-wheel drive. But you know, having something that won't go around corners properly, drinks the amount of fuel of an SUV, but doesn't go off-road properly is just, I mean, it's I don't know. I mean, it's just like having a, I don't know. It's like, I won't go into analogies because they'll get me into trouble. But each to their own. I really don't care if a Cayenne floats your boat and makes you happy. Get yourself a Cayenne and float your boat and make yourself happy. Don't listen to others, especially me. And with that note, I'm going to get back to London, back to the smoke, back to the coronavirus epidemic, to the epicenter. Well, no, we've got Liverpool as that. But yeah, and I'll see you in the next one.